everybody? It's your boy Derrick. We back and we live for episode 17. You know, the previous episode, on episode 16, we had Paul Johnson, the creator of Crime Scene Productions, and also Thank God I Freestyle. We had the pleasure on basically talking about what made him become an entrepreneur, who inspired him to become a photographer, also a media production manager, and also a manager in the rap game. You know, we have a lot of different topics I need to talk about. We covered Nipsey Hussle murder in episode 15. Episode 17, we're going to speak on the world that actually transpired today in Los Angeles Staples Center. We're going to speak on the remarks from Kodak Black, old heads having to check him. And also, we're going to speak on Cmos. You know, we have a special guest in the building. So we're going to get straight into it. The Nipsey Hussle Memorial took place today, April 11th. And it actually had me emotional in a sense. Not like, I'm about to cry. You know, it was just like, you know, some of the heartfelt words from his family members, you know, really like hit me different. You know, kind of reminded me when I was at my grandfather's memorial, you know, and I was emotional when I got on stage. So just to see other people emotional, you know, seeing their words or their last words towards that person, it just like brought back memories, you know. For Nipsey Hussle to be murdered at 33 years old and for everything that he did in the community and across the world, it was just like, wow, we haven't seen anything like this since, you know, I actually haven't seen anything like this, but for the world, they haven't seen anything like this since like a Martin Luther King death or a big death, you know, like, and a lot of people don't understand, like, it's not just rap that he touched. He touched the whole business. He touched the whole community. He touched like poverty, like he touched like the streets, like in a whole different, you know, a whole different way that a lot of people can't imagine. You know, I didn't expect him to have, you know, this big of a crowd notice who he was. You know, a lot of people didn't know him for being a mainstream rapper. He was an underground rapper until he made a name for himself in the independent lane, like Wiz Khalifa and things in that sort. You know, but he was known more so as an entrepreneur, for him being a Crip, and also for him, you know, just giving back to his community. You know, a lot of people can talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. You know, a lot of people feel as though they are the leader, you know, and a lot of people, you know, the followers behind him, they look up to the leader, but he was leading by example. This man was having felons in his store, running his store, you know, and hiring them. You know, a lot of people not giving felons chances. This man bought a whole complex, you know, gave back to his community, giving people money in their pockets legally just to make change in their lives, on top of maintaining his position in the rap game. You know, it just make you think that you still have sucker ass people out there. You feel me? That's the name of the game. You got crab in the barrels. You know, I just feel as though everyone should learn from this. You know, the words that Lauren London said, the marathon continues at the end of the day. You know, a lot of people didn't understand what the marathon meant. You know, he made it clear in his documentary on YouTube, and it's on World Star Hip Hop, that the marathon applies to anyone who gave up or who basically was going through a struggle in life, who didn't give up, actually, who didn't give up and basically was on pace of achieving what they needed to achieve, despite the struggles and the tribulations and, you know, the obstacles of life. You know, you still getting the job done, whether it be you rapping, whether it be entrepreneurship, whether it be sports, whether it be whatever. You just applying it to yourself. You know, it's a checkerboard at the end of the day. You know, it's a race, so you need to go across that finish line, you know, with a smile on your face, indicating that you finished your job. You know, a lot of people just give up immediately because, you know, it's a wall in front of them. A lot of people just don't know how to get around things. You know, when they hit that wall, they just fall back and, you know, they don't know what to do. They're like crash dummies. He made it possible for other people to learn from his blueprint. Like I told y'all in my last episode, the man, you know, was known as a gangbanger and then changed his life around. Main man was selling CDs and t-shirts and things across the street from the complex that he potentially bought, actually invested in. And all of a sudden, you know, he purchased the store and made it to a point where people like, damn, yo, I don't just gotta chill at a spot, I can actually own this spot. You know, a lot of people didn't have, a lot of people didn't have anyone to show them the structure or the blueprint You know, he said he learned from Master P. Master P is one of the rap legends that came out on some independent stuff and created a label, who went to the NBA as well. He came from the streets of Louisiana, and he learned from that. He basically was doing a lot of research. So when I watched Nipsey Hussle brother Samuel get on stage and speak, he was breaking down, you know, basically saying what he had to say in regards to Nipsey Hussle. It just made me think of the time when I had to say what I had to say in my grandfather memorial. You know, it's a tough moment where, you know, you just seen someone and you have to say something in regards to their life and what they meant to you. So, you know, it made me get emotional in a sense, like, wow, I see exactly where you're coming from. Like I said, Nipsey Hussle, you know, meant a lot to his community in LA. Not only was he a Crip, but he was a leader. He was a businessman. And on top of that, you know, I didn't expect for him to have the outcome he had. You know, and that's the reality of it. For him to have his memorial service at the Staples Center, where the Los Angeles Lakers play at, where the Los Angeles Clippers, where the LA Kings play at, all these sports teams play at. The last person I knew that had a memorial service there was Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson was known across the world. You feel me? And a lot of people didn't even know who Nipsey Hussle was. Nipsey Hussle was, you know, he was known as an underground artist, and he was known as one of the realest artists, you know, because he gave back to his community. You know, I said that in episode 15, so I don't really want to keep touching on that. His mom was one of the strongest people I witnessed speaking in regards to her son today at the memorial service. You know, she seemed like she was at peace. She also stated that her family was preparing for death. It was different. I never heard of that. But, you know, I didn't hear it. I never heard of that in regards of someone being healthy. You know, someone not being in the mix. You feel me? Like, he was in the mix in Crenshaw and Slauson around his way, but he wasn't in the mix to the point where he was a target. You know, I wasn't around this guy, but I'm just going off of what the media was dishing out to us. You know, you didn't see him out, you know, on a negative, you know, negative end of light. You know, negative end of light. You never see him at the end. You never seen him on that negative side of the stick. You never did. I know I never did. And it was one time he smacked someone, but it was to a point where someone pushed his man. So I guess he had the right to do that. But as regards to Lauren London, you know, his girlfriend or fiance, you know, she basically said the marathon continues. You know, the marathon basically applies to everyone, for those that never gave up, for those that have something to achieve. You know, you just basically get through that struggle and you don't let anything stop you. You know, he was applying it to everyone, basically. And I want to speak on Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle. But this Lauren London situation, you know, a lot of people couldn't wait to see what she had to say. She has to raise her child without, you know, her baby dad or her fiance or boyfriend, a young 2-year-old. You know, they was private too. You know, I like the way they moved. They seemed like they was, you know, good, you know, soulmates and everything. And Kodak Black, I want to get on this Kodak Black. Kodak Black had a remark about Lauren London. He basically was saying, I'm going to say exactly what he was saying. He was like, shit. He was like, shit. Man, I'm going to give her about a year. You know, like, she going to be doing all that crying and shit, but, like, just watch. I'm going to be a better man. Like, I'm going to be the type of man where I'll be better for her. Like, to the point where I'm going to be doing all these different things, and she going to be like, damn, you remind me of Nick. Like, what? Main man just got killed. And you talking about she about to be a widow. And you saying this, yo? Now, what's up with you? I don't know what's going on. You know, you got OGs in the game like T.I. You got Game. You got all these different people saying, like, watch your mouth, man. This man just died. And now you have people disrespecting his woman, disrespecting his name after he get murdered by saying, yo, I'll be a better man, or I'll be, come on, you don't do that. You definitely don't do that, especially about who he is or who he is. You got T.I., he gonna do everything to keep his name alive. You got the Game. You got all these people saying stuff, and I just don't understand. I think Kodak Black basically be saying anything just to stay relevant. He said something about Lil Wayne. He said something about a lot of different people, especially in defense, especially after the fact that a lot of people, the black people, was in your defense when you was going against Ebro. I just don't get it. Like, certain things, you know, we agree with. Certain things we like your music, and then certain things we don't like, which is your antics. That's the truth. You know, I'm being honest with you. He don't care. He has a nonchalant attitude. He don't give a damn about what he said. He has no apology. He's not apologetic about what's going on and what's transpiring, and you're not having no respect. Like, that's the reality of it. But we about to get right into it. We have a special guest of the Dev Hall Show for episode 17. So we back. You know, I told you we have a special guest for episode 17 of the Dev Hall Show. So a lot of us, we hear about this Dr. Sebi guy. You know, a lot of people know about him. For some reason, a lot of people didn't know about him through before, but Nipsey Hussle brought it to our light, with the 1985 trial, he had went against. But never mind that. We have a special guest, D, also known as the Cmos man. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm going to get right into it, man. We have you here because you sell Cmos. You sell Cmos. And I basically just wanted to get everyone enlightened on what Cmos is and who you are.
Well, I'm the Cmos man. I started, my first experience with Cmos was about 2 years ago. A cousin of mine who dealt with Cmos, he put me on to it. And it changed my life because, I deal with weight issues, high blood pressure and stuff like that. So I tried it. I tried the Cmos, and immediately I found like my knees stopped bothering me. My blood pressure was down. And to this day, like my water retention is gone. And just earlier I got a call from my cousin and told me, and he just tried it. Mm-hmm. He ordered more. Before it run out, he wanted. Mm-hmm. And he said, listen, he walking better. Right. He said, cuz my water retention is down. He called me out the blue. Mm-hmm. But since then I've been getting it, different places, Jamaica, because you can get it from anywhere. Right. But everybody say this is real, this is fake. A lot of them don't even know the difference. Mm-hmm. They try to, it's like a competition, but my purpose is not to compete with anybody. Right. It's to spread awareness to my people, the community, that they have an alternative to these toxic medicines. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch Dr. Sebi videos, and I'm not inclined all the way on it, or scientifically, but I've been learning a lot of stuff about it because it's more than just one kind. Mm-hmm. So when people promote, it's only one kind and this kind, no. All that is all seaweed at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Cmos is seaweed. Mm-hmm. And all of them have a lot of benefits. Some have more than others. Mm-hmm. But I deal with different kinds. Mm-hmm. But I let the people know what I have.
Yeah, now going back to the different kinds, I was actually doing some homework from Dr. Sebi. He basically was talking to a class on what Cmos is. Now, Cmos, he basically was breaking it down where you can find it. A lot of people say you get the fake stuff, you get the real stuff, just like you just stated. Now, Dr. Sebi was basically saying that Cmos comes from the ocean that has the constant or the consistent motion. Yeah. You feel me? And what made you want to give awareness to what Cmos is to the people? Because a lot of people can keep information to themselves and say, you know what, shit, I'm going to keep this beneficial for me.
Well, it was given to me from my cousin, and I was introduced to a few people. When I came home, I had, been through a situation, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was like, it was refreshing to me. But to this day, I'm changing my eating habits, rid of all the meats and everything. I'm still on chicken. Mm-hmm. And I'm about to get rid of that cold turkey. I'm not worrying about no fish and nothing like that.
He said me on like chicken. Oh man,
but
talk to me. Hey, I'm listening.
It's I'm that type of person. I always let people know information. Mm-hmm. So I'd be selfish not to let people know. Like I said, it's not a competition with me. Right. I'm not gonna talk about this man Cmos or this man Cmos. You got at the end of the day, you have to do your own research. Mm-hmm. I can tell you what it is, but you have to do your own research.
Well, like a lot of people, I did my own research. I'm gonna tell you that. My research was this. I didn't know that we get the plant gets its nutrients from a rock. Did you know that?
I know it grows on the rock.
Listen, this is the words from Dr. Sebi. It's on YouTube. I even was shocked at it. He said a lot of people don't understand that how a plant, because it's hooked on, it's attached to a rock.
Like if you see some of it, you will see like when you come, you see how it sits out.
Yeah.
You will see little dark spots, like it's broken off from somewhere, and that's from off the rock. Like the person said, well, that's not real.
Right.
Oh, because they do lines, they do pools. But even the pools, even though if it's not, like they talk about synthetic kind and all that, but you gotta know where you're getting it from.
All right, so we can get right into it.
Like this here, this is raw. This is the raw form of Cmos after it's been dried. It's dry. It has slight, little bit of salt on it. And it's not salt that was put on it. People say, oh, you see salt on Cmos, it's not real. That's not true.
Right.
It's not true because it comes from where?
The ocean.
The ocean. Right. Okay, so come from the ocean, you're going to have some salt on it.
Right, you're going to have a lot of things on it.
Yeah, but I find crab, legs, everything being it because it's coming from the water. And then people quick to say what yours is not and what theirs are. I don't want to.
This ain't about.
Yeah, I want to spread awareness to my folks that this Cmos is life. Right. That's why I came up with the campaign Cmos for Life. And I want to make people aware of what's going on. The alternative, a lot of medications that they give us, is in here. It's a lot. It's a lot of benefits from this stuff here. Cmos, you can be gold, it can be purple. It's different kinds, but you have to educate yourself and just not hear one person say this is the light. Right. Because if you start looking at different Cmos, this person here is selling a lot, and this person said they look different. Right. You got a Mario in the Atlantic Ocean, all the Caribbean, Pacific Ocean, Ireland, Canada. It's all around, but it's different types.
I look at it like this: as long as it's doing the same thing.
Exactly, because you can't say this is not right and this one is, because all of them. Do your research. All of them have beneficial values, nutritional beneficial values all around the board, and they similar. So if you say, oh, this is the Cmos here, it's better, but at the same time, I give you this gonna be good for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I already know the kind I've been having has helped my joints, and I've had different kinds. Right. The Cmos gold, they call it gold because of the color. Nobody invented the gold. It's because of the color. People trying to claim the gold. Right. It's the color. And what color is this?
It look gold to me.
When you see it around, what color is it?
It's gold.
Okay. So
right. No.
This is the process here. You got to get down with this. Yeah. Cmos for Life is my campaign, my original campaign. And it's more than just it's a life. It's a way of life. People out here, you don't have to buy Cmos from me at all. Just get you some. Right. Get you some. It's a different, Now
let me ask you this. Now, why should people get Cmos? Because we didn't break it down to the minerals.
Well,
the minerals that it has.
Honestly, scientifically, you can pull it up, but it has 92 out of 102 minerals your body is made of. It helps with phlegm, mucus, thyroid problems, inflammation, joint pains, diabetes, high blood pressure, weight loss, everything. I'm in the process of coming down. It's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like I say, my cousin, it's only been 4 days, and he see a difference in his water retention. Right. He see a difference in the way he walk. But you can't combat it with all this bull crap. You want this stuff to work for you 100%, you have to change your diet. Right. You have to.
What is this?
This right here.
It's good, I'll tell you that much, but what is this?
I make Cmos drinks. Well, put it like this. Let's go from this here, you have to clean it, you have to soak it.
So wait, just letting y'all know, he's giving y'all the process of how we get this Cmos.
When you buy, okay, when I get my Cmos, I can't come to you and say, oh, here's the Cmos. This is the raw form. Because this isn't the raw form. This is the second stage. I get mine wet from the ocean, sent in packaged, vacuum sealed packages.
Facts, I've seen it.
So mine come wet out the ocean, sealed vac to the house. I open it. So instead of letting them process my stuff, I dry it out through the window or out in the patio in the sun, as they do for you before they send it to you and give you that price. So this is the second stage. So this is the original Cmos, how it's supposed to look? No, it's not. It come hydrated. Then this is dehydrated. But once you put this in water, clean it, whatever, soak it 12 to 24 hours, whatever, it's going to expand about 3-4 times its size. This is a 1 ounce bag. This is $10. 1 ounce bag. $10 worth of Cmos, or 1 ounce. Well, it would turn into at least like 3 ounces, and you can make your gel. And this is the gel that it turns into. You can prefer to have it thick, or you can have it thin. For me, preferably, I like mine thin. Okay? And with this gel, you can eat it plain like this. The taste isn't bad. It's regular, because I got it down to a science where it don't taste like anything.
Thanks.
And then, I turn that into this. This is one of my drinks. This is more like a detox. All this is healthy. All my ingredients is natural. I don't add no sugar. Only sugar comes from vegetables. Well, not vegetables, but fruit and fruit and fruit. I'm thinking about something else, but just fruit.
Right.
This right here is a kale, celery, cucumber, ginger, and lemon. I make that, and they love it. This right here, this is bananas, figs, and banana, fig, and pineapple.
Okay.
And apple.
All right.
See, I'll be forgetting my own stuff. This is my first time.
Now, with this, the gel, for those that don't know, you say you can drink it. And also, a lot of people I've been seeing on Instagram saying that you can put it in your face. You actually said you told me first.
I use it on my skin. And honestly, when I first, a guy from Chicago, he deals in Cmos. He's a vegan, and he put me on. That's where I dealt with guys from Chicago, and they embraced me. Okay. So I don't need nobody to do nothing. I can go right to the source. Now mine is international, but I can just get it. I don't need nobody else. Right. So, but he gave me my first 50 pounds. Mm-hmm. I paid for it. Of Cmos.
Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I put Cmos. Mm-hmm. That's it. And it's like, it's kind of crazy how he gave it to me. And he said, yo, I use it on my face, man. He said, I'm telling you, it feel real good. So I did I looked up, and they talk about using on your skin because it helps with burns, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, dandruff, whatever. So I tried it as a mask, as he told me. Mm-hmm. And when I tried it, I let it stay on for like 45 minutes. And when I rinsed it off, my skin felt so refreshed, it was crazy. I tell people, man, my face feel like I just came out the womb. And they like, well, how you know how to come out the womb? So I said, because, I have a daughter, and when she came out, she was real soft. But all of my face was tight before. Mm-hmm. And that stuff has collagens, natural collagen. So why waste $50 on whatever, all these products that you get with all these names you can't even pronounce, when you can get some Cmos and use it on your skin. Right. I have young people who buy this stuff for their skin. Mm-hmm. Somebody, not just, people don't think, oh, I'm healthy, I don't need Cmos. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. Where you getting your minerals from?
Right. And then you said it got 92 of 100.
Yeah, but where you get your minerals from? You don't get it, but when I rinsed it off, all my skin used to be tight. And I do like this, I feel like it's real tight. It's loose. Mm-hmm. It's like it feel real nice now. Mm-hmm. And I do it every few days, and some of my family, folks do it. So it definitely worked. And some girls that work in the shop with me, they tried it, and they can give testimony that this, helped their skin.
Right.
And also you can Google anything. I'm talking about, you can Google it.
Yeah, just in case y'all
Google Cmos benefits. I didn't make this up. This stuff started back 1800s.
He educated himself.
Yeah, I'm not going to just listen to somebody just tell me, oh, this is what it does and what's whatever. I'm not going to talk about something that don't actually work, because this actually worked. Right. I sell these juices right here for $5.
Yeah, he went right into it. I'm about to get right to the prices.
$5 for these juices. Mm-hmm. Cmos, there's plenty of moss in here. This stuff is good. You can follow me. You go to my Instagram. Instagram is Derrick Bullard 123. Derrick Bullard 123, or you can go to my Facebook, Derrick Bullard. You'll see me smile like a school kid with his shirt buckled up to the top. That's me. And I'll let you in. You can just follow my pages, and you'll see all the juices, how I do it, all the people live videos that I run up on people, and they buy it, and they surprised how this tastes. This is mine. This is nobody's ingredient. This is mine, and it's good.
Hey, how much are these going for this week?
These right here, these right here is the raw Cmos.
No, wait, that's not smooth.
No, this is raw gel.
Okay.
100% gel, and I make my Cmos with alkaline water. So I charge $20 for these right here, 16 ounces. Other people sell them for different prices, but that's dumb. I'm gonna guarantee my stuff. Like I said, these are $5 a piece, 12 ounce. You got about 4 or 5 ounces of Cmos each one. And I sell these for $10, which is the actual plant that you have to dry. I mean, that you have to soak and clean to make it come to life, to make this gel here. That's the only way you're gonna do it.
And to get back on the Cmos stuff now, I was watching something now. Dr. CB actually said something, and he made me think. He said he was fasting for 12 days. 12 days. He said the only thing he was drinking or eating was Cmos, a solid, and Cmos, and water. He said that's all I was doing for 12 days. He said he feels as though everyone should fast for 12 days. You know, and I didn't understand it. I'm going to educate myself more on that. But he made it seem like Cmos is almost a meal replacement.
It is because it actually suppresses your appetite. So that's another thing it does, suppress your appetite for people who trying to lose weight. And they eat so much, suppress their appetite. Like, you know, I got a testimony today from a young lady. It said that she noticed her face is like going in. But before that, when I went and sold my juices to another young lady, and she said, you know what, I went to the doctor, I lost some weight, and I noticed when I'm eating this and like sticking to this, my waistline been going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what it is. I can't tell you what nobody else, you know, they can tell you they get their own testimonies and stuff like that, but it's the truth. And like I say, it's many different types. You'll see the ones in Jamaica, the gracilaria and all that, and they talk about the kindness Christmas. That's what Dr. Sebi talk about, but it's a lot more.
Right.
It's a lot more, so you can't just be stuck on one kind. You gotta educate yourself on other kinds.
Now let me ask you this though. Now by you saying it is a lot more, how do you know it's a lot more?
Because I researched it.
Okay.
And I went scientifically to benefit. Some of them have way more iron than others. You know, but then they tell you that's not the one you're supposed to have. Yes, it is, because if this has benefits that you look at and say, this can help me, do it.
Right, I see what you're saying.
You ain't got to have exactly the same one, because if you actually look and say, this person said this is that kind, then you look down at Jamaica, you see little stringy ones. Then they tell you, oh, that's not the right one, this is the right one. Then you talk about Irish moss. If you really look at Irish moss look different. It looks different, like a little leafy type, burgundy looking type thing. But it's still the family, it's all in the same family. All have benefits. All have benefits, many benefits.
You telling me something I didn't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I only thought it was just one Cmos. Now, you know,
there's many different. Like I had the purple Cmos, and you know, I was like I said, all this comes from my cousin introducing it to me.
Right.
So, you know, he don't like to, you know, for his name to be said. So, and I learned that a long time ago. So I'm not even, I'm not even going like, you know, give him that.
Right, but you give him props. That's all.
Yeah, I give him his props. But you know, a lot of things would be different, but it's what it is. And like I said, it's not a competition. I'm here to spread this information to my community, and you know, please stop the violence and all that. You know, live your life through Cmos, with Cmos for life. You know, it's going to be a movement, because a lot of people actually use this stuff before I even knew about it, and it's a part of their everyday life. So, and like with this right here is about to be a brand.
It's a brand name.
Already trademarked it. So anybody who drinks Cmos going to love Cmos for life. This is a badge of honor right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a badge of honor. So, you know.
Listen, man, he be going hard for this. He be going hard for this, man. For real. Like, I be seeing it, honestly. I see it all the time. You know, he on go. You know, you actually might be talking to him directly. Actually, I believe you are talking to him directly.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know.
And, like, the website will be up soon. Cmos for Life website will be up soon. And y'all can order through there. But as for now, you have to hit me in my DM. But I'd rather you text me personally, because I don't get a chance to go online like that, because I work. I'm also a barber. Cuts at Derrick B.
You going?
I'm actually a barber first, but you know, I just look at the hustle.
That's how you promote yourself, man. Talk to
It's CUTZBYDERRICK B. I cut hair all day, before and after barbershop, 5710 North 5th Street. Philadelphia, PA 19120. And you know,
he shouted them out too.
Yeah, gotta give, you know, because without them, I wouldn't be me. I would, you know, I got a second chance in life, so I applied my hustle to this, and like I said, I was mad at myself. I was telling you folks I was mad at myself because I wasn't applying myself like I wanted to. And I know that's not me. Anybody know me from the streets, like, I'm a hustler. So I gotta take that aspect and apply it.
Well, you got to.
So every day, this is what it is. This is a brand. I don't care what nobody else doing. I want everybody to get their Cmos. I don't care where you get it from. Get your Cmos. Know what you're getting. And like I said, all the Cmos have different benefits, but all the Cmos is actually seaweed, and it has benefits all together. So you got to do your research. I have this, and I have plenty of it. I have a lot of it.
Right. So let me ask you this. We're going to close it out with this. For those that are interested in creating their own Cmos as far as their own their own smoothies, their own gel, and drinks and that sort, do you sell these by themselves?
Yes, I'd say these are $10 an ounce.
Okay.
But I mean, like, this is a tease because you're gonna drink this, you're gonna make this and process it into this, and it's gonna be gone. So you have to get it, scoop it out, and if you talking about you have some after a week and it's only this. You're not trying to get into your system because it actually rejuvenates your cells.
The immune system?
Yeah, it rejuvenates your cells all together. Like, I mean, I can't talk about something that didn't work for me.
No, that's facts.
This actually works.
Well, I'll tell you this much. One thing I will say is when I first tasted it, I ain't like it. But when I also tasted, I wasn't looking for it for the taste. I was looking for it to get rid of my mucus. And they got rid of my mucus immediately. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I was coughing up a storm, and I was talking to my mom, Derrick, and suggested for me to have some Cmos, and I was like, you know what is this going to do? And I was so excited. I was like, you know what, let me talk to my mom. This don't work, you know, and it did work, you know. So I just want to thank Derrick for coming, or Derrick, the Cmos man.
The Cmos man.
You already know Cmos for life, trademark. You already know how that go. Episode 17, the Board Dev Hall. You already know.
I want to give, I want y'all to go out to your herb store.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I want y'all to go out to your herb store because, you know, I go to certain herb stores and I represent a lot of black businesses. I go out and I promote them because don't wait for somebody to tell you, as, you know, our race, for some reason, we listen to every other race that tell us what we have to do. I want you to go to the hospital, get checkups. Please do that. As you should. So I'm not telling you not to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Get your checkups. Find out what's wrong with you. And you can find an alternative that's not toxic. Because how many times you taking certain things that's leading right to something else? You have to get checkups. Man, a lot of men get a prostate checkup because they think, oh, it means I'm gay if you stick digital records. Come on, you gotta grow up. You're not growing up. Stop being a grown man and be a growing man. Also, that's another campaign I have. Growing Men United. You have to get a part of that. It's about growing men who continue to cultivate their mind because a grown man is stagnated. You have to continue to grow. But I'm gonna tell you about an herb store that I deal with, and I'm trying to get his information right here. You know, he didn't ask me to do it, but I feel as though it was proper to do it. You know, it helped me out and to give me a lot of understanding. His name is Mr. Tony. His store is Nutrition and Herb Center. It's Wellness Through Education. It's located at 5601 North 10th Street, 10th and Downey, right there on the right-hand side. If you can call 215-549-6151. 215-549-6151. His name is Tony L. Moore, Herb Nutrition. He can give you a lot of information on herbs when you're going through what you're going through, and you can go there, find an alternative. Like I said, go to the doctor, get your checkups, get your blood tests, check them out, get a printout, and work. They got natural herbs to help you. And my phone number, last but not least, I'm a Cmos man. My campaign is Cmos for Life. Live your best life with Cmos. My number is 410-739-5762. The Cmos man. AKA Derrick. Get with me, don't wait. Don't play on the DMs. Text my phone, tell me what you calling for. 410-739-5762. So right now you can take and Google You can click in Google Cmos benefits. You're gonna find a lot of different benefits. Like I said, there's different Cmoses, and all forget to talk about what's this and what's that, what's better and what's that. It's about your all-around health, and I want to spread this to the communities. Our people, stop the violence, get together, live well, Cmos for life.
Well, that's it. The boy Derrick Paul, episode 17. I ain't had to say much this episode. Y'all already know how that go.